What's up everybody? Thank you so much for watching my previous videos here at the YouTube channel of Jeremy's Smuggling. So for today's video, guess what I'm doing? It's another makeup tutorial about a drugstore makeups. Drugstore makeups out here in Saskatoon is very limited, yet way more better compared to other countries. We do have Maybelline, we do have Revlon, NYX, Revolution makeup, all those kind of fine jazz. But there are specific kinds of makeup out there that I have tried in this video that I won't recommend, however can be salvaged if you really know how to use it properly and could create this look. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, I always love to emphasize to every one of you, whether you're a makeup artist or not, to always clean your hands before you play with your face or before you play with anybody else's face. So alcohol or sanitize your hands as much as possible before you actually go on with your makeup. So what I'm going to do is my alcohol. I'll spray it just like that and we're ready. Since I just got out of the shower, I know there's nothing in my face. I also know that any products in my face or nothing at all, like bare naked. What I'm going to prime myself with for today is the Master Prime by Maybelline, which is this one, and the Master Blur Stick by Face Studio of Maybelline, which is this one. So with this primer, I'm going to focus this more of the outside of my face. And with this master stick, I will focus it more on where my pores are, and usually around this area over here. So let's get started. And you swipe going up. Focus on the outside of your face and your neck as well. And there you have it. Ooh, I have like a velvety look already. I can feel a velvety skin already. I can feel it. Next, the Master Stick by Maybelline. I focus this one. This is actually a good dupe for the MAC Pore Minimizer stick as well. So I just focus this more on the pores, if you have any, and to me, I know I have that right here. So that's where all I'm going to focus on, and underneath the chin. With the Dump Beauty sponge, I will press those products in. So the key to have a really good beat or a really good makeup is your blending and also the way you prep your face. And yes, it does take a while to do one full makeup on. Moving forward, I'm going to use the foundation called the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. It is this packaging over here, and I bought this one in Shoppers Drug Mart on 8th Street here in Saskatoon. And as you can see, I am still taking off the packaging. It is actually very nice because then it's very handy. And for $17.99, you get 23 ml. So it's actually worth it, and it's not bad. Now let's see how it goes on your skin. Oh, and actually it has this applicators over here, which is nice. I like applicators. So far, I like the texture. It has a smell though, but maybe I am used to my MAC Cosmetics smell, but it's not a strong smell anyway, so it's still worth it for $17.99 compared to a $39 makeup foundation, right? We are here for a budget-friendly yet really full-on makeup coverage, because I feel like from nowadays you really don't need a really high-end makeup. You just need a really good skills to blend all that in. And there's actually a lot of drugstore makeups out there now. There's a lot of drugstore makeup already nowadays that is really good in terms of their chemicals and their mixtures and their foundations. So in my YouTube videos, we are going to try all of the drugs. My goal is to try all of the drugstore makeups so that a lot of us are going to see what are the products that would work for everyone out here in Saskatoon, and hopefully somewhere out there you guys could also see and watch or look onto budget-friendly makeups. I always make sure as well that I do my neck. Next, I am going to try the new Hydrating Camo Concealer in a satin finish by e.l.f. It is this one over here. So from a full-on coverage of the Revolution Makeup Foundation, we will get into the light sand of the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It actually says in the packaging that this is a full coverage. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it actually says in the coverage, or in the packaging, sorry, that it is a full coverage satin finish. So let's try it on. And once again, my skin color is light sand. And again, it also has a thick applicator. It has a smell again. We'll see. So with my concealer, I usually just focus on my under eye area to brighten up that area. As a lot of you already know, that's where we usually put nowadays the concealers, the T-zone, and the nose, the upper lip, so that we get that illusion that we have a big lip, and then the lower chin. There you go. And then, even though it has actually its own applicator, I still go with my damp beauty sponge and dip and press that in. Okay, and what I normally do, just to brighten these areas over here, I press some of the leftovers from the sponges, and I press that into here. And take your time while pressing the product in, because that's a crucial part, is your blending, your technique. That's the one that gives you a flawless skin finish. With all my makeups, I try really hard to focus on my skin, because I want my skin to look like skin. I want my eyes to look like eyes. That is my goal for every single makeup that I do, especially for people. So that one. And I actually like this satin finish of this e.l.f. Cosmetics. actually really nice. And it actually brightens up my under eye area. It's great. I like this one. Next is the translucent powder, and I will use the Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder in the shade Fair Light. Maybelline Foundation Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair Light, or number 10. I use this, and I honest to goodness feel like this powder works for Caucasian and Asian. I really like this powder actually, because then it makes it feel like it's getting it kind of like drying effect kind of almost, but that's what you want in a loose powder. It's setting it. So your face will feel tight is what I'm looking for. Tight. And it will, because that's what a finishing powder should be like, right? Is to make it feel tight, setting your foundation to not move, or your concealer to not move. And this is what they called baking, except this is not the baking that you've all been thinking of. Now, why do we put loose powder right over here, right in around this area of the cheek? That is so that it gives you the illusion that you are sucking in your chin, right? And that's now where the bronzer or your contour is gonna go, is those areas that are darkened. Does that make sense? Those areas that are dark now are the areas where you're going to focus your bronzing area. So we'll be right back for the bronzers.
A few moments later.
Now I will go ahead and do my eyebrows. I just recently got my eyebrow, so I will link it up there how I did my eyebrows via microblading by Sandal Law. So I am not going to touch it that much yet, other than the beeswax that she gave to me, just because it's still brand new, it's still healing, and yeah, I don't think it's still necessary for me to do my eyebrows. And with this look, I feel like this is already too much of an eyebrow, so I will just grab Asfuli by MAC. This is by MAC, this Fully by MAC, and this is brush number 204. So it's this one over here, and I'll just quickly brush it, just because there's some powders that went through there, and I don't think it needs filling or anything like that for now. I really like the microblading part of me, just because it cuts so much of my makeup routine, and I just really like it. That's another investment that I think I did really good. Next, another concealer that goes under your eyes. And with a concealer brush by Real Technique, if I could get it. So my concealer brush by Real Technique, I don't know if it has a number. I don't think so, but it's this one. I will just now I'm going to be setting that with a translucent powder, and then swipe that off with a MAC 217 blending brush. By the way, you can use any type of brush that you want to use for this one. I just don't have a drugstore brushes yet. I will look into it in the future, but for now I will just use whatever I could find in my stash when it comes to brushes. Next color would be this. The only thing about this Makeup Revolution is that they actually don't have names for their colors, but they're all matte, which is nice. And I really like a stash of matte actually. I don't mind having mattes.
Meanwhile,
so next for the eyeshadow is the Makeup Revolution Eye Glisten. This is in the shade Adored by You, and this is in the shade Yours Truly. What I like about it is the colors. There's actually one that I also did not purchase because it's in the golds. I am not really into the golds lately, but if I like this product that I am going to try on today, I will definitely purchase that other one. And I bought this at Shoppers Drug, so I am going to use the Yours Truly. This one actually has kind of like a holographic finish of pinks. It's kind of like metallic, and then the other end it has like glitters into it. So let's try it on. See if this is the same as the Photo Ready by Revlon. See, so it's fresh from the package, and let's try it on. I hope it has applicators. I will be so mad if there's none. So the applicators is kind of like lipsticks or lip ones. So yeah, it actually doesn't have any smell, to be honest. I will put that in my eyelids. Ooh, I like it. I actually like it. It's not bad. I believe each of them cost me $7.99. I'm not quite sure, but I will link it down below how much I paid for them. So this is the Morphe M210 brush. So it's just a flat brush just to make sure that it blends around the area. Oh, you know what? It actually dries up pretty quick. So be quick when applying this one as it dries up pretty quick, and you don't want it to look cakey. So you want to work on this one as fast as you can. I did not realize that. That was my bad. But look how pretty that is on your eyes. Oh, I love it. Okay, and if we flip this, I actually would not use this very end over here. I think I should use the other one, which is the Adored by You, so that at least I can use one of each product. Now, what I'm feeling in my eye area right now, it's a little tight. It's like tightening, which I think it should be that way because you are trying to set your makeup or your eyeshadow, right? So when you put glitters into it, it sticks. Next is the glitters. Next is the product Adored by You, and I am going to use this end over here for the glitters, and I am just going to put it on. It's actually taking away the color. Yeah, it's actually taking away the color of the first one that I just put on. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to be putting them together or not. It made it separate. And all I did was just dab. You're supposed to just dab it. So I'm not sure if I actually like it. The very first one, when I applied the holographic, this one I liked it. But when I put on the glitters, I didn't like it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I think I'll just carry on. I'll try to salvage it with a good, maybe I can cover it up. Let's see. Because it's like cracking. I don't think it's a good makeup line. I'll just take it off and pretend like it did not happen, and maybe, I don't know. Or should I just go for it? Well, it's supposed to be all drugstore makeup, so a lot of the drugstore makeup out there, it's made for the mass, right? It's made cheap for the mass so that it could cater a lot of us for an affordable price. But I felt like if we buy makeups like this, we should also still be able to justify what we paid for. It's really nice. However, if you put it on your eyes, maybe it shouldn't break that easily. It shouldn't. And I kind of didn't like the formulation of this. I still prefer the Photo Ready by Revlon. I really like that one, and I have used that one for my brides before. So I don't know, I think we'll just continue. Oh god.
A few moments later.
Sorry. For the eyelashes today, I am going to use the Ardell Professional Extension FX. This is actually for hooded eyelashes. It's very good for hooded lashes and monolids. What I like about it is that they tell you what these lashes are for and which one is this suited for. So I will be right back and I'll just put this on and try to salvage my eye makeup, and see you in a bit. So now that our eyelashes is on, I'm going to take away all of the ones that we bake in our face, and we'll start bronzing. The brush that I'm going to use to take it away is called the Real Technique Brush 201. I bought this one in Winners for a very cheap deal. I think it's only $8 that I bought this one too. So check out Winners for some really nice brushes. And yeah, so far so good with our eyeshadows. I think I salvaged it a little bit, and it's not as bad anymore. I think I did a little bit of trick onto it by taking it off and then reapplying it. And what the technique for this one is to just put a little bit. Make sure that you use a pan and put a little bit at a time and put it in your pan so that you can control the strokes, and do not use it right away from your applicator that it comes with. So that's how I salvaged it. Sorry, I didn't have my camera on when I salvaged it because my phone was charging and I couldn't really get a hold. I couldn't get someone to hold it for me, but it actually seems so good right now. It's seamless, and that's as much as I could do with that. Would I recommend you buying that one? Absolutely not. I don't think it's something for you to buy. I rather you buy something different. If you know how to control your applications, absolutely go ahead, but it's still up to you. I wouldn't recommend it for someone who is a beginner and wants to use those kinds of product. It's absolutely not for you. Next, for bronzing, I will use the Maybelline New York City Bronzer. It's this one in the shade 200. It actually doesn't have a name for the shade. Or is it just me? So it's this one. It's from Maybelline. And let's bronze up. I like the smell of this one. I felt like it smells like coffee. Wow! To me anyway. Like a mocha or something. Or maybe I'm just craving for some mocha. So for bronzing, where I focus is where these areas over here, so kind of create like a number 3, but more so at the very out part of your face, like the outer part of your face, right over there in the corners, and there, and the other side, and over there. I really like that satin finish from the e.l.f. It's actually really nice. That is a really good full coverage concealer. Okie dokie. With my Morphe E62, I will contour my nose and make it look slimmer. Okay, and with that brush, a slimmer looking nose. Why do I contour underneath my lip? So that it gives the illusion that I have a big lip. And not that I'm not blessed with a lip, but it's really nice to contour that area as well. So it gives you the illusion, like they said, that you have a lip. Learned that from a drag queen. There we go. Okay. Next one is a blush. I have here another one. It's from the Fit Me collection of Maybelline. This is the Fardajal of Fit Me Maybelline in a shade 40. This one over here. And I will just grab my makeup brush. Pardon my reach. This is the BH Cosmetics Brush Blush in number 3. You are amazing.
Wow.
And sometimes I put around my area, like whatever is left from that brush, I just put it all over my face. Just because when you smile, it's not just these cheeks that are actually redding, trying to blush. It's actually all over your body, especially around the nose area. So I make sure that that area is also covered. And yeah, I learned that as well. Now for my setting spray, I do setting spray before I actually put on my highlighter because it actually makes it more colorful, or it brightens you up even more if you actually put setting spray first, or any mists, because it applies more if it's wet. So a good highlighter should apply more when the base is wet or when your face is wet. So I found the Rude Cosmetics Radiant Lasting Makeup Mist. It is the long lasting and dewy natural finish. It's this one over here, and that's what I have. And I'll just make that dry with my highlighter. I recently strolled around Walmart and found this cool Master Chrome Jelly highlighter in metallic bronze. It is this one over here, that one. And let's see what this is. It's actually fresh from the packaging, so I hope it's worth it. It's actually jelly, that's why I am interested in this formulation, because I'm not sure whether or not you should, let's see, you should be using this with your hands or with a powder or with a brush, like I don't know. Well, actually it says in here, our Master Chrome Jelly Highlighter applies like a liquid gel and dries down for a soft satin shine. Formula can be built up for a head-turning gleam. But it doesn't actually comes with a direction, so we'll just open it up. So it is very wet. It is not jelly at all. And it's very hard to open. I thought it would be like, open up. Oh, it's like a putty. You know those silly putties? Those are what it looks. Oh, did you see that? I'm not sure if this would work for a beginner.
Oh no!
Let's try it on. Not bad, I like it. I actually like the feeling of it. Just to play around with it. Maybe I can use my, let's see. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. It's actually good because then it has a wet applique. It's actually wet, right? And so you don't have to wet your face to put this on, I think is the idea for this one. I like it. Ooh. And I like to put it on top of my lip. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, Maybelline. It's actually very satin finish. Ooh. Good deal. I, honest to goodness, love this one. It's a keeps. But make sure it's not out. It's not in the reach of kids, because then they will think it's a silly putty. Like, you know those slime? Like those kinds of things. It actually looks like that. And last but not the least, I think we are down to the very last part, which is lipstick. There's so many different kinds of lipstick. all over Drugstore, and to be honest with you, they're all amazing, especially in the Maybelline area or section. I really love the Maybelline, and one of the things that highlighted the Maybelline for me is this lifter gloss that they do have, because it comes with a hyaluronic acid. They have at least 8 shades or more. I only seen 8 to 10 shades in a Walmart I went to, and they are running out. So this one is really good for your lips because it comes with a hyaluronic acid, which is very moisturizing for your face. So this one is in the shade Amber. So let's try it on. Ooh, it has this applicator too. Okay. I need like a small mirror, to be honest. Ooh, I like it. I love it. I might use this for a daily look. I actually like the Maybelline when it comes to their lipsticks. They are actually very good. And for a gloss look, I think it's bomb. I think this one is bomb. I love this one. And it looks really gorgeous. Like the packaging and everything. I love it. This is a dupe for sure. I like it. So I think I'll be right back for the final look. And one more setting spray. I'll be right back. And here is the final look. That's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video because there's going to be a lot more videos coming up. So click that notification bell for more videos to come, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Cherylai Sabri, Facebook at Cherylai Sabri, TikTok at Cherylai Sabri, and of course Snapchat JNJ377. Thank you so much. Bye.